Good Monday morning to you guys. November the 14th, 2016 at 9:28 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is 64 top down degrees at 9:28 a.m. Not bad. And I've got my usual busy day. Unbelievable. I've got my green tea, which I'm fixing to drink some right now. Oh, that's good. Anyway, what's going on today? Well, I'm going to test out my cooker that I did a video on yesterday. I'm going to check it out for warming water in that pot that I got. And I'm going to check out cooking or making tea. See how that works. And maybe try some other things. I'd like to be able to pop popcorn, but we'll have to figure out how to do that. I don't think I can do it in that big pan. I'll have to figure out a smaller unit. But having said all that, also, thank you guys that fan funded or fan fund occasionally. I appreciate it. A lot of you don't know what fan funding is, but there's a way to contribute to this wonderful, expensive channel. And some people over the past few years have done it. It's not much, but it adds. I say, in 3 years, I think I've probably got $25. So it's not exactly a flood, but it helps because what it is when my Social Security covers everything I need, and I got a little savings, not much. But whenever I go take a trip, Prius camping trip, or a car camping trip, I have to kind of reach into my pocket, so to speak. So anyway, having said that, my little cooker looks like it's going to work out all right. And I've got a new bed coming. Should be here Wednesday or Thursday. I'll do a video on it. It'll fit perfectly in the Prius. It's got the right dimensions. Now, the quality I'm a little suspicious of, but we'll wait and see on that. It folds. It's a tri-fold mattress, which is perfect, and that it folds up into a neat little bundle where I can just leave it in the car. And my air mattress, unfortunately, has given up on me. After 4 years, it finally quit because I can't figure out where the leak is. And it's got one, or two or three, I guess. Overnight, it goes flat. It goes flat about 3:30 in the morning. Perfect, right? Just when you don't want to get up and fool with it. So it's got to go, and it will. The crib bed that I got worked okay, but it was a little bit wide. And when I was driving, the mattress kind of came up on my armrest in such a position it was a little awkward. I mean, I could have pushed the mattress back, I guess, but I decided I'd try this trifold and see how it works. I mean, I'm just trying to sharpen the pencil, so to speak. I keep eliminating the things that don't work and adding the things that do work till pretty soon we'll have a nice setup and I won't have to fool with it at all. Or I probably won't. I won't stop fooling with it. It's just not in me. So, it is a beautiful day here in Central Texas. That is a bona fide fact. We're on Park Road 4, by the way. This is Inks Lake State Park. You may be able to see the sign on the right. The park is on the left. It's a huge park. It's on a little lake called Inks Lake, obviously. But Texas state parks are not cheap. Tent camping here is going to cost you $18. Tent camping. At Balmorhea State Park, it's $15, and at Goliad State Park, one of the cheapest, in fact, the cheapest, they don't get any cheaper, is $12 a night for tent camping. Okay? So Texas parks don't compete well with New Mexico, because in New Mexico you can get a tent site at a campground that has a shower for $8. And if you pay the annual fee in New Mexico, which is $225, you could camp all year for $225 because they waive the entrance fee, and the camping fee for tent camping. If you're in an RV, you have to pay like $4 a day for the hookups, and more depending on what hookups you get. But for a tent camper, it's perfect. Or a van dweller or car camper, somebody that's, a boondocker. And I don't know about, I checked on Colorado at one time, and apparently it was a little high. Most full-timers end up in New Mexico in the summer, northern New Mexico. It's a nice drive. I just thought I'd take this little drive through the Texas Hill Country. It's just a pretty little drive. Getting into the fall now. Some of the leaves on the trees in Texas change colors, not many. We got live oaks that are perennials, I guess. They don't lose their leaves. The mesquites do. But it's not like the Northeast where the fall foliage is beautiful this time of the year. I've never gone out there to see it. I just happened to be there one time working. I was right outside of Atlanta, Georgia, in a place called Cummins, Georgia, for a while, and it was in the fall and winter. It was beautiful. It was pretty. But on further east, they tell me it's even prettier in the Smoky Mountains. Smoky Mountains National Park is the busiest park in the United States. Even busier than Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Yellowstone. Number one. So, what else is happening in my life? Well, I've still got a family member that's ill in Victoria, Texas. That's not good news. Hopefully that'll work its way out here in the next few days. We'll see. And, texting and email has just taken over. The cell phone companies got to love that, because voice traffic takes up more space than digital traffic for numbers and stuff. But I got a one-word response to my grandson. I sent him a text saying happy birthday, and I get a response that says thanks. That's a whole conversation now. And I sent my son and grandson an email telling them about the super moon that's going to occur tonight. And I got one comment from my son back, or email, a reply, 10-4. That's a whole conversation now. Damn. But anyway, the super moon night occurs once every 60 years or so, because the last one was in 1948, and I remember it well because I was 3 years old and living in Kennedy, Texas, out in the country. I'm sure people back then just thought it was a pretty full moon if it wasn't a cloudy night. But it's supposed to be clear here tonight, and so we'll be able to view the super moon in its clarity, because we don't have a lot of cities around to put off the light. I can't remember what they call it, word for it, but what it is the lights from the cities obscure your view of the stars and the moon. And out here where I live, since we don't have any, The stars are big and bright. And in Big Bend and out in the desert of New Mexico, it's even better. Much better, actually. So we're on Highway 29 now, headed towards the big community of Buckhannon Dam. And I'm thinking about taking a little trip. I just got the itch kind of to go out to Quartzsite. I don't really want to be there in January because that's the peak. I'm not all that much in the crowds. Why would I want to go to Quartzsite and stay a few days? Because I've never stayed there a few days. That's about the only reason I can give you. And they say you can see every kind of camping rig known to man out there. So we'll see about that too. Maybe. I don't know when I'm going, but I may go after Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. It doesn't make a damn. I mean, I ain't got any plans for Thanksgiving. I don't have any for Christmas. But for some reason, I've been mentally trained to block those times out for family. Well, it ain't happening anymore. The only thing that happens is Thanksgiving for the last 3 years, my son and grandson have come up. We've met at a place in Burnet called the Highlander. They're open Thanksgiving Day, and they have a buffet, $20 a person, which in Texas is high, or in this area is high. But it's all you can eat buffet, $20, turkey, dressing, ham, the pea salad, and the big desserts and all the stuff. And for what I eat, I'll probably get about $1 worth. And, but anyway, it's always good to see the kids live. You know what I mean, face to face. I wonder if I guess at some point we will completely lose the ability to carry on a conversation. We will just look at each other and then go home and send a text, I guess, or an email. Probably a text. Emails are kind of outdated. They take a little more effort than texting, so therefore they're not as popular as texts. Text, T-E-X-T-S, texts have taken over. They did a study, and they found that these little high school girls average 50 text per day, and the boys average 12. I wonder why that is. That's still a lot. I don't have anybody to text to. I don't know 12 people to send a text to. Shit. If they did get a text from me, they wouldn't know what the hell it was for. They wouldn't know it. The people I know, most of them don't even know how to operate a smartphone yet. Or care. But this is Highway 29, Central Texas, USA, coming into Buckhannon Dam. Coming from the east going west. That's Lake Buchanan on the right. You may catch a piece of it here in a bit. 22,000 acre lake when it's full, and it is full now. 2 years ago it was basically empty. Now it's full. All the lakes are full. Which is good. I don't know if you can see those birds up in the sky ahead, but those are geese. If you catch them, you can see them. They come here on their migration north, and what they're doing right now is the sun heats up the ground. You get these heat waves that rise up, and they're catching that and starting to go up, and they've actually seen the geese at elevations around 10,000 or more feet. Jet aircraft, I've run into them at 10,000 feet. You know why? Do you ever see them flying? There's a V. They fly. They form a V, and on one side is usually longer than the other. And you know why that is? Because there's more on that side. Oh golly, boy! I'm telling you, you guys are getting your money's worth, aren't you? Some of you guys that stumbled into this video, or some of you that have subscribed and check out my videos, I bet you go, God Almighty, what the shit? What? Why doesn't he do something exotic? Why don't he jump off his house on his head or parachute out of an airplane? I did that. I did a tandem jump a few months ago. Sure did. Won't do it again. Enough of that. I don't have anything to prove. We're going parallel to Lake Buchanan right now. I'll get up here a little ways in this video. I lived over here for a few years on a street called Old Spanish Trails. I know I've told you this 1,000 times. Two old retired teachers that lived together had an RV for rent, and I rented it. They had it put there with a deck and a cover because they had some children that came to visit every now and then for some reason, as they got older, they stopped, which I understand that just happens. Well, there that RV sat, but nobody in it. So they decided to rent it, and I rented it. It's a nice little lake area here. It's not bad. Pretty quiet. Permanent population of this area right in here, maybe, probably 500 to 1,000 tops permanent. But in the summers, like Kingsland, the population picks up because of all the vacant lake houses will be occupied for 3 or 4 months, and then they'll be vacant the rest of the year. That's it. Some of those houses cost $2 or $3 million. They just sit there for 8 months a year. I was in Palm Springs, Palm Desert, California one time. I went there on business, played golf and different things. They got 20, at that time they had like 27 golf courses. Probably got 50 now. But in Palm Desert, they had homes there that people had built from foreign countries, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. And they had people there that did house sitting. I know I've talked about this too, but some of those houses, it'd be 3 or 4 or 5 years before anybody used them. And the house sitters just sat there collecting a paycheck. I'm going to drive into Llano County Park right here, folks. Y'all going to be really excited now. And we're going to go out on the public boat ramp, and I'll end this video. This is Lake Buchanan, Llano County Park, Central Texas, USA. As you can see, it's a very busy park. There's me and one pickup. Monday morning, weekends it's pretty busy, it really is. But, you know, that's the way life is. 2 days off. People get 2 days, run around and go crazy, and then go back to work. But this is Lake Buchanan, and it's a big old good one. Or a good old big one, I'm not sure how it is. I've been out on this lake a lot in a boat. And the thing you have to be careful of is when the wind picks up, it'll swamp a ski boat. Sure will. But be that as it may, this is Lake Buchanan, Central Texas, USA. And I'm going to stop here and wind this thing down while you folks enjoy that beautiful view on a beautiful day in Central Texas. Well, anyway, guys, thank y'all for subscribing and enduring this verbal punishment. I'll try to do better, but man, I'm telling you, I run out of bullets real quick doing these videos. I mean, if y'all don't give me a comment that leads to something, well, I'm dead. I mean, my ship stops in the water. So anyway, y'all have a good day. I'm going to have a good day. I'll go back and play with my new camping cooker. If you hear an explosion, you'll know I turned the wrong dial or I turned it the wrong way. Okay, guys, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy American made when you can, if you can. Take deep breaths, drink plenty of water, do some kind of exercise, and don't sit on your butt too long. Stand up and stretch every now and then, that'll help. And but be that as it may, guys, enjoy your day, adios, bye-bye.